Hi there, welcome. In this video we are discussing about how to find the right partner, the right spouse, and how to maintain the relationship, to have a fruitful relationship. Well, it is interesting, right? So I know I'm talking with different groups of people, but if you're already in the university, I know most of you are above 18 years of age, so it is the right time to hear this. And others are working, others are already in the relationship, but this will be very helpful for all of us. Those who are already in a relationship, already in marriage, those looking to get a spouse, and those who are looking forward also to be married or to get married. So welcome, and let us go together until the end of this video. Well, number one, why should you date? Let us start from there. Reasons for dating. Is it necessary for you to date? Why should you date? Do you have an answer? Well, whether you have it or not, it is important to be able to answer this question. Why are you dating? It's important to answer this question. If you don't have the answer for this question, I'm sorry to say that you don't qualify for it. My husband is a pastor, and one young man brought a lady at home and spoke to us, and he said, hey, this is my girlfriend, and have come to introduce her to you as my pastors. And you know, my husband asked him, why are you dating, or why do you date this girl specifically? And he said, okay, because I like her, and just because I want to date, just because, you know, he didn't have the answer for that. Interestingly, and I know he's not alone, there are many girls and boys, or many young men and women who don't have answer for this question. It is very important to know why you are dating. You know what my husband told him? He said, if you don't have the answer for this question, go back, seek the answer, and come back the second time when you have the answer for this question. Yeah, it is very important to know why you are dating. You don't date for fun, that's number one. You are not allowed to date for fun, because it will take you nowhere. Dating specifically is intended for marriage. I know some of you will not love me for this, but bear with me, because I'll speak the truth, and I'll speak sometimes from my personal experience and from the experience of dealing with youth for some years now. So dating is basically intended for marriage. That's why you are dating. If you are dating, means you are ready for marriage. You don't date for fun. You don't date because someone else is dating. All of your friends, all of your age mates, classmates, they're all dating, and you are alone with no dating right now. You don't have a girlfriend, you don't have a boyfriend, and so you feel like, okay, what will happen to me? You feel like you are different or something's wrong with you. No. Choose to be different. Choose for your own path. Don't follow what everyone else is doing. Because dating is for marriage. If you're not ready for marriage, then you should wait at the time when at least you have at least 2 years before marriage. Then you can start dating. I mean, in the course of 2 years, 1 to 2 years, you'll be able to know each other, to know the characteristics of your partner, and if they fit to you or not. But look, for example, someone is the first year of bachelor degree, or you are in high school, and you already have a boyfriend or girlfriend. And when I will ask you, when are you intending to marry? And you say, you don't even know when will you marry. Or you will say maybe after 10 years. Okay, are you sure 10 years from today you'll still be having that particular lady or young man? Are you sure you're going to maintain the relationship for 10 years from now? If you're not sure, then don't risk yourself, because dating is not for fun. Let me put clear that way, and I'm sorry for being straightforward on this. It's not for fun. If you are dating, means you are ready for marriage, at least 2 years from now to get married. Alright, this dating for fun is what has destroyed many people's career and many people's life. because dating is not a serious. It's not it's not something to joke with. It's a serious business. It's a serious thing. It is a serious project. If you are into it, it means you are pursuing your marriage cause. Means you are on the road to your marriage. So it's not something to joke with. If you start it, make sure you are ready to go deep. To go wholly into it. Otherwise, you can wait. It doesn't hurt for you to wait. Even if you are only person remained who is alone or who is single, don't worry. Of course, I do tell my students that if you think you really need to be dating, because some do tell me, I feel lonely, I am lonely. Stop it. You are not lonely. The reason why you feel lonely is because you are not busy enough. That's the reality. That's the truth. If you are busy enough, you won't feel lonely. You won't feel alone. You won't feel like being alone or something if you are busy enough. If you are busy working on your projects, if you are busy working on your business, working on your career, working on your talents, working on your future business, working on your school, very busy as it should be, I don't think there is a place or a space to feel lonely, or there is a place to really feel like something is missing in your life because of a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Be busy enough, because most of us young people, we are not busy enough. We're not busy enough. If you are studying, you are only studying. You do nothing else than studying. And in studying, for other universities, you may find that a certain program have maybe students have classes for 3 days out of 5 days, and that 2 days free for them to enjoy life. Or others have maybe 3 lectures per day. That is 6 hours per day, and the rest of hours they are free. And now you find yourself that you don't do anything apart from studying. Okay, you have spent 60 hours in a class. Yes. After classes, after 60 hours, what do you do next? Maybe you have 1 or 2 assignments. You do the assignment in 1 hour or 2. After that, what do? You are free. You do nothing. And remember that this saying say, an idle mind is a food for the devil. So when you are idle, so when now you start thinking something that should repress your time, because there's nothing like doing nothing. There's nothing like doing nothing. If you are idle, something else will want or will have to repress on that time where you don't do anything else. So something different will repress, and that's why you start thinking about a girlfriend, about boyfriend, and whatsoever. So make sure you are busy enough. You can be studying while working if you are a student, but if you are working, make sure after work, if you are on 9 to 5 job, after that you have something to do. You are busy with gardening and other stuff that keep you busy. Do the exercise, go to gym. After that you'll be very tired. You take shower and you will sleep. You wake up early in the morning while you are refreshed, ready to start a new day. But now, if you have lots of hours when you are idle, what do you think? You start thinking about dating, even if it's the right time for you to go for it. And another caution now, let us assume it is the right time and starting it now. Another thing that you really have to observe, of course, it goes with the first point, is that make sure you keep the boundaries during dating. Keep the boundaries. Remember, during dating, you are not married. You are not even in courtship, most of you. So, failing to keep the boundaries can bring you trouble, really, because you are positive and negative signs which attract each other. So don't be like, okay, I'm going to my boyfriend's house and go there, or help them wash clothes, spend the whole day over there. No, don't do that. Keep the boundaries. Let them know that you are not married. Let them know that you are not even in courtship. You are just friends. That's why you are calling each other boyfriend and girlfriend. That is a friend who is a boy and a friend who is a girl. Full stop. Remember to observe boundaries before you are in trouble. Trouble these days, boys and girls are smart because of technology. They know how to control pregnancy and all, and so on and so forth. But remember the spiritual side that you don't see. When you start ruining your youth on people's, or start giving your energy, you as a young man, giving your energy to different girls, there is a spiritual side that you don't see. You are destroying yourself spiritually that you don't see physically. And then you start that you are giving your emotions to different girls or different boys. You are giving your emotion to A destroy me, or maybe cheats on you and you are hurted, You go to B cheats on you, you get hurt. It reaches a time your heart is really broken into pieces. It is not strong enough to handle or to make you be a responsible wife or a responsible husband to your only or your wife to come or your husband to come. So this is very important. Please don't give your heart to everyone. I know this is clear. And make sure before dating you are ready at least 2 years from that time to get married. That's my own perception. Of course, it's not a law, but it is important. It is important, I think. But remember, we keep other factors constant. Of course, it can change, but I've spoken plainly, okay? All right, so the second question on this is, when should I start dating? I've already said, when you are ready to get married, at least 2 years to come. What about the age? The age, it depends with your country's law. Your country's law. For most of the countries, you have to be at least 18 years of age. And if you are 18 years of age and you are ready to marry, you are ready to take a responsibility, why not? Why not? No problem. So you should be at least 18 years of age and ready to marry at least 2 years from that time, but also ready to take responsibilities. Remember, marriage is all about responsibilities, or relationship is all about responsibilities. So imagine you're a student, for example, you're a student, you still depend on your parents' pocket money, and you bring someone in your life. What do you expect? And these days, many girls, I shouldn't say they are smart because it's just crazy. They love really taking money. They love money. That's true. So the moment that you call yourself their boyfriend, my friend, get ready to give money. At least 95% will require money from you. That's true. You are not going to run from it. So if you are not financially stable, you still depend on your parents' pocket money, or you are at the university and you get a student loan. You still depend on that loan, which you haven't even paid it. And you are not financially stable. How are you going to take care of them? Because they want to do good hair, nice hair. They want to do nice makeup. They want to buy a nice outfits, clothes. And they come to you, they call you, please send me this amount. I want to go to the salon. Will you say, I don't have it? If you don't have it, why did you come? That's why they will run. They will run away. Most of them will run away. So, to tell you the truth is that make sure you wait until the time you are financially stable, you are self-dependent. You don't depend on anyone. You already have your own life. You have your own business, your own job, your own money, and your money is enough to take care of you and take care of your partner. Then at least you can start. But if you are not, please wait before you die early or before you start having heart attacks at early age. Wait. It pays to wait. And it is possible to wait. Don't say it is impossible. It is very, very possible. You are not going to die. You can wait until the right time comes. And always, if you are a girl or you are a boy, there is someone for you. Always. That's what I always tell the young people, that there is someone for you. Since God created you as a boy, there is a girl for you. Whether you have met them or not, they are there. So how will you meet them? You meet them down the road. Continue being faithful, continue praying to God, and continue staying on the right track. I remember myself, I was in secondary school, in Form 2, I was praying a lot about my spouse, about my future husband. By then, I didn't even want to hear something called like relationship. I never wanted it even to hear. I hated it so much. But I don't know what came in me. I started praying. I would go to the mountains, spend 2 to 3 days on the mountain praying, saying, God, when the time comes, I know there is someone, since I am a girl, there's someone, a man somewhere in this world for me. When the time comes, let him come. And let the one who comes should be the perfect and the right one that you intended for me. So you can do that way too. But also you can do him or her a favor by taking care of yourself. You know, you don't want to take care of yourself and you want God to bring you the perfect one. No way. The Bible says woman comes from God. So if you are a lady, you want God to take you and to give you to the perfect man of your dream. And you yourself don't take care of yourself. You yourself don't do efforts to remain on your own position. You yourself don't do efforts. I mean, when I say take care of yourself, I mean abstain from other men or other boys. Abstain from giving your feeling to other boys. Okay? So that way, and of course developing yourself and everything, being perfect, good, spiritual, physical, working hard and doing what it takes to be a right or a good wife material, that's what they call them. If you're not working on being a wife material, and at the end of the day you want God to submit you to a perfect man, it may be a nightmare dream. It may be difficult. So remain in your position. Work on being a perfect man, a wonderful, even if you're not perfect, but a good man or a good woman, okay? And when the right time comes, you'll meet him or her. You'll meet, and when you meet them, you know that, yes, this is the one. No one will tell you that this is the one. When I met my husband, this is my story now. I know you'll be interested. You're interested to hear about it. When I met my husband, no one told me he was my husband. I just knew it from inside of me. Because I've been praying that when the time comes, God let me know and preserve him for me. So when I met him, I knew he was the one. And himself also knew I was the one. You know, there's that inner communication that comes that you cannot even explain. And just encourage you also, I met my husband through talking in phone before seeing each other, I mean physically, when I was in high school. So this way I got, just happened that one of my friend was their church members and was my roommate, okay, at high school. So they were talking about him, that this person called this is a pastor's son and he's good. You know, they're talking all good stuff about him, the way he's educated, the way he's talented in music and everything. I was really, you know, I felt like, who is that guy? I wish to meet him one day. But I kept silent. I never talked anything, you know. I never even contributed to their stories. They were two friends who came from that church. I never even contributed anything. But one day it just happened that we went to their city. We had an activity to do there. We went for recording our first album. You know, we are singing. So we went to their city and to their church specifically. The studio was church studio, okay? And we did recording. Unfortunately, the man was not there. He had traveled, so I didn't see him. But when we went back to the university, I was lucky to talk to him through my friend's phone. And it was just, hi, how are you? I'm Messiet, and you? I'm Sadiq, and that's all. Just ask my name and what are you studying, that's all. But after just putting the phone down, I felt like, no, this is the one. This is the one. I don't know why, but I felt that he was the perfect man for me. Okay, time went. I never met him, remember. I went for the bachelor degree and I studied, and wonderful enough, the university where I went, and that's why I chose that university, because it was the city where I was. So when I went to university is when I met him, okay, because I was communicating to him through phone. And remember, he never told me that he loved me. That is very interesting about him. He never told me that he loved me, but I loved him to death. And I was like, why doesn't he tell me that he loved me? But God was so merciful to me. So the man never told me that he loved me. He just took me as his young sister, and that's all. And I was taking him as my brother because, how should I have started to say anything? Time goes, and when I was in the university, actually traveled, because after I reached there, I stayed for a few months and he traveled to another country. He stayed there for at least 2 years, and he came back when I was finishing my degree. So when I was finishing my degree is when he came back. And at that time, of course, I was finishing my master's, because after finishing my degree, I continued with the master on the same university. So I was already on the master's. At 6 months after starting the master is when he came back. And when he came back, I remember after just greetings, he told me, I want to marry you. This is the time. Imagine someone telling you like that. He has never told you that he loved you and whatsoever. But what he was telling me back then when we were communicating through phone, what he told me was, or what he was telling me was just teaching me about the Word of God. Always when he called, he would be teaching about the Word of God, opening from Matthew to Revelation, teaching me about faith, about, every subject of the Bible. So he was a good teacher of mine, and many things that I know about God, he's the one who taught me from then. So imagine someone has never told me that they loved me, but from nowhere, now he comes from another country where he was, and he tells me, I want to marry you. And I was shocked. Of course, I was not shocked because I knew he was the right man in my heart since when I was in high school. So, but I was not shocked because I knew, but at the same time I was shocked that why didn't he tell me early that he loved me? And I asked him that question. He said, I didn't want to disturb you because I knew you were a student and you needed to concentrate, so I didn't want to disturb you. I knew that would have disturbed you. You would have started thinking about me, and maybe you could have dropped in your studies. So yes, it is true that these relationships sometimes can distort, can make you even drop in studies, can make you even, perform bad in what you are doing if you meet the wrong one specifically. But also, even if it's the right one, you may put so much love in that person, and to the extent that you don't concentrate to what you should be doing. So big up to my husband, and congratulations for that. I really appreciate you. So he didn't tell me. He just told me when he came back, and he told me, I want to marry you. But then I was in master. I was already grown up. So yeah, and I said yes. Within a course of 3 months, imagine, from 3 months of telling me we got married, he went home, introduced himself, did everything, and we got married within 3 months. Imagine that. So why? Because, and I actually asked him why. He said he didn't want to disturb me, but also he said the first day he spoke to me through on phone, he said, I knew that you are my wife when I spoke to you, but I didn't want to tell you. You know that. So I really appreciate him for that, really. Yeah. So what I want to tell you really from my lesson or from my experience is that only go for it when you are ready. Look, from my story or my husband's story, when he was ready to marry and when he knew that I was ready to get married is when he told me. He never told me that he loved me or he wanted to marry me whatsoever, but he waited until the right time when he came. And he said, yes, this is the right time. I want to marry you. But you may ask yourself that, okay, what if I wait and my girl or my man got taken by another? There's nothing like that. They can never be taken. If they are yours, they are yours. If he or she is taken, means they are not yours. They were not meant for you. You should agree with that. But if a man was meant for you, a woman was meant for you, no one can take them. No one, trust me. My husband went to those countries, met lots of girls, I'm sure. My husband, thank God, is educated, he's a smart man, smartest man I know. And he's handsome too, but no one took him. He had to wait for me. Me too, I met some men, and of course I was going through lots of challenges which could have made me do wrong stuff. But I still didn't do anything because, God protected me, but also God will protect you, yes, but you have to show that you are ready to be protected. Play your part, okay? Play your part. So I hope this helps, and please, 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 don't date when you are not ready. Well, I'm coming to another question. This question is very interesting. How do you know that this is the right person, or this is the right man or right woman for me? Interesting question, right? I know it is interesting. It is easy and not easy to know. It is easy in a sense that, number one, from spiritual perspective, I told you when I spoke to him, I knew he was my husband. How did I know? Just spiritual. Things of spiritual cannot even explain physically, but you get to know that there is that inner feeling that you get, which tells you that this is the one. But to have that inner feeling, you must be connected, of course, spiritual connected. Holy Spirit in you must be at work, otherwise you will not be able to know. But the other simple way, physical way, of course, to know is by asking them about their goals and their visions. For example, if you're a lady, a man comes, to you, ask them, what are your, even 5-year vision, or your plan, or your vision for 5 years, or a 3 years vision? Most of them don't know even their visions. They don't know where they want to be in 5 years from now. So a man who don't have a vision, no. Because a man is meant to have a vision of what they want so that a woman can fall or can support the vision. So if a man don't have the vision, he's good for nothing, in my perception. Okay? Ask them their vision and their goal. And if for a man, ask a lady, of course, share your vision and your goal or your plan. And ask them, how are they intending to support your goals or your vision? Because a woman by nature is meant to support a man's vision when they become one. A man has a vision and a woman is there to implement or to support the vision. So if they are, or they don't have any picture, or they don't know how to support your vision, that should be a red sign, really. But also sometimes you don't need to ask them about how will they support. You have to observe also. Sometimes you can observe. You already shared about your vision of where you want to be, what you want to achieve. And now, when you start now dating, being close as a close friend, you should be friends, only friends. Don't close that line of friendship because you are not married, okay? So at that time of friendship, you get to know whether they are supporting your vision or not. The way they talk to you, the way they respond to you, the way they are excited, the way they are ready to contribute their efforts, their ideas, their resources toward achieving your vision. For example, you told her that you want to own a company, XYZ company, and you already started working on that company. But all the time when you meet her, she has nothing to contribute about it. She don't want to even talk about it. She's not interested in the first place. You are in need of money. She has money in her pocket. Maybe she's from a rich family or she's working, she has money. But she doesn't care. She don't need even to give $1,000 to support your company growth. No, don't need that. So that is a very simple and easiest way to know. Because if she's not ready to support your vision, she will disturb you. Trust me. She will disturb you. And if a man doesn't have the vision, that can be a red sign also. So that's it. At least this will help you to know, apart from spiritual perspective, the right person, with the right person for you. But okay, I hear others saying, okay, the right man should be able to introduce you to their parents, blah blah blah. Which is, yeah, those are added, okay, are added features. You know, there are so many features. They shouldn't feel shy working with you. They shouldn't feel ashamed of you. Should be ready to introduce you to their friends and their families, which is really perfect and wonderful. But at the end of the day, the life of marriage is between two people. So at the end of the day, it is how are you two going to support each other, okay, and to reach where you want to be. And please let me make this clear for all men and women. Stop looking on the physical appearance. I know some will hate me for this. You will hate me for this, but I don't care. Stop looking on the physical appearance, on the things that are attractive from your eyes. For example, some ladies do say, oh, okay, one 6 packs, man with 6 packs. 6 packs, I'm going to eat 6 packs in the house. Other men will be like, I want the lady with big butts, you know. Are you going to eat butts in the house? At that time, when you are looking, or you are thinking about how to move in life as a family, how to take care of the children, how to pay school fees, how to tackle life as a family, as a grown people. Trust me, you know, look at the butts. Trust me. You forget about 6 packs. Trust me. So those are the things which they are minor, really minor. They don't care, they don't matter a lot in marriage. And to add on top of that, it is not a sin to want someone with 6 packs or someone with big butts. It's not a sin, you know. That's your preference. But what I want to tell you is that they don't matter in marriage life. They don't matter at all. But the way that I think that you can obtain, you can get a trainer and train you and on your physical appearance, and you get 6 packs easy. Or you get the body that you want. It is easy to get that kind of body. You know, there are things which can be obtained. They are physical and they can fade away too at the same time. You can obtain them, they can fade away also. So at the end of the day, the inner beauty remains. Find or look for the inner beauty within a person. Look at the character. Does he or she have the right character, right attitude? He able to support me? No, willing to support my vision? Family oriented? Someone who is caring and loving? Because really, for a man or a woman or a marriage to mean to be healthy, and now I'm going to the other end point, which is the last one. How do you maintain the relationship? A man and a woman should know their responsibility in relationship or in marriage, and this is the main reason why relationship don't last. This is the main reason, because if you are a lady, or let me start with a man. If you are a man, remember, your role is, a man is the head of the family, and there's no doubt about that. You are head of the family, you are leader of the family. You must be able to lead. If you are not able to lead, then no. You must be able to guide. If you are not able to guide, then no. You must be having a vision, 3-year vision, 1-year vision, 5-year vision. Where do you want to be? If you don't have a vision, then no. But you must be able to love your partner from within, because the Bible says a man should love a woman as they love themselves. If you love yourself 100%, you must be able to love your partner 100%. That's it. And the Bible goes far and says that the men should love women as Christ Jesus loved the church. So you know what Jesus did, had to die for the church. So you must be able to sacrifice, if possible, sacrifice for your wife or your lady or your woman, if that's what it takes you. If they sacrifice your resources, sacrifice your money, sacrifice your time, you must be willing to give that. So, and that's all about love, okay? So know your position and stand in it. Have vision, be a man of love, be a man who can sacrifice for your lady, you know, and a caring man, and all that. But for a lady also, know your position. This is very interesting, and I love talking to ladies about this. The Bible says women are the ones who destroy their houses with their own hands. It is true. If you see any marriage has been destroyed or a marriage didn't last longer, I mean, wives or ladies have high ability to maintain the relationship or to destroy it because of just the way God have made us. So how to maintain the relationship as a lady now? To maintain your relationship, number one, know your position, of course, as a lady. As a lady, you are, you know, the Bible says a man is a head, right? A head. And you as a lady, you are a body. Are you together? You are a body. Now, let me ask you, what is in the head? Start with a part of a man. What is in the head? Eyes, right? Mouth, right? Nose. Ears, brain. Are we together? So if for a man, I'm going back to a man part, sorry. If for a man should be able to think, that's why I said you have to have vision, should be able to think. A man who doesn't think disqualifies himself of being a man, really. A man is not having a manhood. A man is having the ability to think, to have vision, because you have eyes. That's why eyes are on your head. Vision, you must be able to have vision. You must be able to have the ability to hear information and to interpret the information and to be able to communicate that information to your wife, for your wife to follow and to support you. So also a man is a spokesman of the family. If you want, I always tell people, especially people from my own family where I was born, when they want, I always tell them, either direct or indirect, that if you want to know anything about me, about my family, my husband is the right person to answer that, because he's a spokesman. That's why in each football team there is a spokesman, or in any organization there is a person who is responsible to give information. All together. So if you want to know about that marriage and everything, main information, a man is responsible because a spoke mouth on the head. When you come to a woman now, it's from this part going until the legs. A woman is a body. What do we have indeed from here going down? We have hands, we have legs, we have chests, you know, and everything. But let us see the importance or the function of these parts. Legs, for example, legs and hands. What do? They implement. Legs do work. When I have seen that I have this vision of building this company and send this information to legs and to hands, hands start acting and legs start moving to make sure this is implemented. I hope you are getting me. So as a woman, you are main implementer of man's vision and supporter. There is no way your man will tell you, I have this vision, this is what I'm seeing, to do 1, 2, 3. What do you think, my woman? And now you are like, so you sat down as a man and you came up with this stupid idea. What kind of idea is this? No, never say that. Any idea that a man brings has an information in it. If you think there's something correct wisely. Because I said before, men are leaders. Men, they're heads, they're leaders. So when you want to bring them, to show them that they don't know how to think, they are nothing, you are destroying them psychologically. They may not tell you, but at the end of the day, when they react, to not be good on your side or to not be good for your family. So make sure you have wisdom as a woman on how to react, on how to receive the information that he gives. Okay, sometimes you may be having maybe something to correct or something to add on top of what he's thinking about, but add wisely, collect wisely. For example, if you share something or information about what you want to do, you'll be like, thank you so much, my husband or my partner. This is an interesting idea. Very, very interesting. But what if we add, for example, you told you want to start maybe trading, day trading, and you'd be like, this is an interesting idea, but what if we add real estate too? Or what if we start with the real estate first for the first 2 months, and then from the 3rd month we start day trading? Do you see that? That's in that way you said no to his idea and you brought your own idea, which you thought is good, but didn't say no direct. Never say no direct to a man. Never say this is stupid idea or wrong idea. Never say this no doesn't work. A direct no answer is no good to a man psychologically. Are you getting me, ladies? There are so many things really that will keep the marriage alive, but these are some of them. Okay? Be supportive as a woman. Be supportive to your man's vision. If you want to advise wisely, as I've said. Be implementer of his vision. But also as a woman, learn to be humble, because the Bible says a woman should be submissive to their husband, to their husband. Okay, as the church is submissive to Jesus Christ, so you should be submissive, and that's why many marriages do not last, especially marriages of those who are calling themselves stars. Everyone wants to be a star in a marriage. Even a lady wants to be a star in a marriage. She forgets that she's a lady and she is under a man leadership. So if you fail to stand on your position as a lady, a position of submissiveness, it's going to be difficult to handle that marriage or that relationship. You have to be submissive, because it's the nature of a woman to be submissive to their husbands. Be submissive. By saying submissive, I mean be humble. Be humble and stay on your position. You are a woman, remain a woman. Don't try to be a head. It is impossible. There is no any day when your leg comes here, or when your hand comes here, or and your head comes on the leg. It cannot happen. So if you want to force it, it won't be good on your side, because it's not nature. It's not the nature. So be submissive, be humble, play your part of implementing his vision, and I mean, if you play that part, it will be a wonderful and a blessed relationship, and to last longer. This has been my own secret of submissive. Don't bring your superiority into marriage. I'm talking to ladies. For example, your husband just ended on high school, and you studied until PhD, for example, and you are employed in United Nations, for example. You are earning more than your man. That doesn't mean that you are going to be a head. Never. You remain a woman, and you remain submissive on your husband. Okay? So even if you are earning more, you remain submissive to your husband, because it is the nature. But also learn to share this for both sides. Share knowledge, share everything that you, for example, sharing about income. Other couples don't want to share, but there is a beauty of sharing, trust me, because that's what I'm doing, that's what we are doing in our marriage. There's a beauty of sharing. When you share, doesn't mean that they are going to take your money or whatsoever. This is all about trust. It's all about to say or to show that we are together, we are one. So when you earn, bring what you have earned on the table, discuss on what you want to do, what you want to build, what you want to achieve with that money, and so on and so forth. So learn to share about finances, about all other information. And for ladies, let your partner be your best friend. Remember, in a relationship there is no a third part. It is between you people, between you two and your God. So the first person to tell about your anything that you feel is God and your husband. Don't go for third. Other women are good, or other men are good at sharing their matters to their friends when they sit on the coffee shop and in the salon, share about their life and how they are treated with their man. It's not good. Sit with him or her, tell them what you don't like and what you like. Finish your own difference if it is there, for example. Make sure God is between you all the time, and trust me, you will reach very far. But also, the last point is trust. You cannot separate trust with lasting relationship. Trust is very important. I thank my husband and congratulate him for this. He trusts me so much. So trust is very important. If you love someone, give him or her the freedom. That's what is called love. Give them the freedom. Other men do not want to give their ladies freedom, or other women don't want to give their men freedom. A man will go out with a car and she will take another car and follow him. You don't trust him. Why? Or a lady will go out and a man will come back following her to know where she's going. Trust that God gave you this lady, this woman, and she's the perfect and the best for you. Full stop. Leave other things alone. Trust him, trust her. Trust is very, very important. My husband let me go to Spain for my second master and he remained in Tanzania. That was all about trust. Leaving your wife go to another country, that's all about trust. Now I'm doing my PhD, but we are in Tanzania. We are also in Morocco at the same time. Sometimes he goes to Tanzania, he stays for 2 months or 3, he comes back here. When he's in Tanzania and I'm here, it's all about trust. So you have to trust your partner and know that they love you and they cannot do anything against you. I know some of you will argue about this, but really, if you trust them, it will give you also freedom yourself. It will be good for you before them. It will be good for you because you'll be relaxed. You'll be like, I know they love me, they cannot do anything against me. And I know it's God who gave me this person, and by no means she's the best or is the best for me. And no one can take him or her on my hands because it was delivered to me by God. If that is what you do, trust me, you're going to have a perfect and wonderful and enjoyable relationship. These have been my top secrets of success in my marriage. Of course, I have 4 years and some months, but okay, not bad. I thank God, and I know until Jesus comes or until we are taken away, we'll always have a perfect marriage because of this. And anyone can have a perfect marriage or perfect relationship if you are there or if you follow these guidelines that have given or that have highlighted hereby. Know your position as a man, know your position as a woman, share, do your part as a woman, do your part as a woman. Trust should lead between you, and God should be in your midst all the time. And cheers. Life is simple when God is involved, and when you know who you are and what you want, and when you know your position and follow or do accordingly. All the best on your relationship, all the best on your marriage.